Good evening and welcome to the Windward Sailing Community October Open semi-finals. I'm OperationYup / Dylan, and I am joined on this lovely evening by Intel Typhoon, who is graciously recording for us, and Imunos. I'm a little bit
Hello there.
hungover. Intel is ill, and Imunos, you're the only fully fit one here, so you've got to carry.
Oh,
Carry the
technically I have I had a torn ACL. I'm still recovering, so technically I'm not fully fit.
Oh Lord, okay, so we're all crippled. But it's good to have everyone, and we've got two pretty exciting semi-finals this evening. The first one is starting in 9 minutes, which we are currently preparing for. This first semi-final is the Sons of Hercules versus Evil Marines. How we drag someone in from these teams to do an interview before we begin?
Would be fine by me.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look.
I mean,
See if we can
I
get...
suppose the captains, right? That would be.
True. Actually, that's a good point. It's a good point. But I also want to leave them to prepare their teams. Let's
What
see.
about a member of the audience?
Let's have a look. So get the teams up while I'm waiting. So the teams for Sons of Hercules this evening. Where are they? Well, Evil Marines is the White Squadron team. That is led by Indo Exile. Yeah, Sapricus. How do you pronounce his name? Yeah, Sapricus.
Sapricus, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just short with Sap, so everyone calls him like that.
Yeah, who else is in that team? Imunos. So can you check the
Well, Communist. I'm pretty sure Drippy is a part of that. Parrots. And wow, that's a hard name. He's a Lance Corporal. I'm not pronouncing that. Japel Tear, I think. I think that's how you pronounce that. So that should be the 6 that is fighting today.
Yeah, Evil Marines. They were going into it. Everyone expected them to be ramming and boarding, but they actually haven't been doing that at all. Hi, Indo. Good to see you.
Hello, gamers.
Indo's joined
Yeah.
us. He's joined us leading Evil Marines this evening. We'll keep it brief because I understand you'll want to be locked in ahead of the battle. But what are you expecting tonight from Sons of Hercules? How are you expecting the battle to go?
Expecting it to be tough. If it's not tough, well, I'm going to be disappointed because I'm staying awake a lot later than I would love for this. So, you know,
We appreciate
I don't want it to be disappointing.
What do you expect? I mean, do you have any battle plan going into this? This is not live streamed, so we're not leaking any information. Do you have any battle plans going in, or
Win.
what should we expect? Win? Okay. You were known for ramming and boarding. That's what people expected you to do. But I mean, so far you've beaten Vagabonds and you've beaten the Legion of Powder. Actually, you beat Imunos, who's on the commentary team.
Clearly
and
by
at no
cheating.
point have you
Clearly by
actually,
cheating.
at no point have you actually boarded. So should we? I mean, actually, here's a question: which has been the hardest battle so far?
In this tournament,
Only one
definitely
correct
against
answer.
Emunos. Mostly because Vagabonds were just, more green than Emunos' crew, like way more green. So.
Okay, that's good. You are actually the lowest seeded team left in the tournament. But I was speaking to Log earlier, and he was saying he really wants a Royal Navy versus Royal Navy final. So hopefully you can put it out of the bag and get a win for the Royal Navy today.
Can we expect any surprising tactics today? Maybe with carronades or something like that?
There might be barrel fires. There might be.
Barrel fires. I mean, that's been a common theme of the tournament so far. I know the RBYC team were targeting barrel fires, and in the last match against it was a French crew. I can't remember who it was now. Who did they play last? They
Boat?
played. Huh?
James Boat.
No, Lesbron. They played Lesbron.
Lesbron, yeah.
And they set off 2 barrel fires. So one thing we've learned in this tournament, because it's a small crew and
Mhm.
demands teamwork, barrel fires can make or break a match. So anyway, I'll let you get back to your team, Indo. Thanks for talking,
Yes.
and good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, that was good. Who are we putting our money on? As a 3, who are we putting our money on?
Well, since they beat
In-
me already, I gotta put my money on the Evil Marines. They surprised me.
Evil
I didn't expect such a performance from them. But I mean,
I've-
they got lucky against me with a couple of powder barrels, which well, it's hard to respond.
I've got to
So
say, especially with the low amount of crew members you have, if they're able to get an effective barrel fire off, or even 2 at the same time, that could be devastating to their firepower.
Exactly. Intel, what are you predicting?
I think I might have to go for Evil Marines currently.
Evil Marines. There's 2 Evil Marines. I do back Evil Marines. I think they're a really good team. I mean, half of them are Blue Squadron, so we know them quite well. For those of you that don't know, me, Intel, and Imunos were all Blue Squadron. But then again, N54 was previously White Squadron. So they're not to be underestimated. And I would personally put my money on N54. I predict a Spain win for this one, I think. Their team, N54, all are Balin, the Killer, Commander, Creative Man, and this Building Man. Interestingly, one thing about Sons of Hercules' team is they haven't changed at all for the whole tournament. It's always been the same players, which means they have better cohesion. Evil Marines are pretty reliable with their lineups, but well, half the time I don't know who's leading them. Cypricus or Indo sort of seem to, I don't really know. But I just feel like N54 and the Spanish team probably a little bit more organized than Evil Marines, who seem to have been sort of inputted at the last minute. So it will be really interesting to see how it goes. Imunos, you're probably the most up to date with battle strategy these days, because me and Intel haven't really been involved in these kind of battles.
Not so much on the commanding aspect of it all.
Exactly.
yeah, we're going with this.
Just organizing the second semi-final, which will happen in about half an hour.
Well, let's see. I mean, usual strategy, like always, go for the weather gauge. As weather gauge, you can do whatever you want basically in the battle, unless you do a huge sell. Then having the weather gauge is well, an advantage. I don't rate the weather gauge as much. I don't think it's a make or break, right? If it's even, I usually like tend to just give them the weather gauge and do my thing. But there haven't been like any major new upcoming strategies. I think what would be interesting, since it's a lower crew Ontario, and you can get like if you can get their hull down quickly, which I think running carronades might be interesting. If you can get up close and just pummel them with carronades, I think that might get interesting. Let's see if any of the teams will use the strategy.
Carronades would be interesting, it really would. Another question is, would you do the French opening? Now, the French opening is dominated, and I know that the Royal Blue Yacht Club pulled it off against Lesbron because it was the most effective counter to the French opening, and so they both end up sitting and basically pummeling each other
Me
on range.
personally, I hate the French opening, or well, French opening we call it nowadays, but the inventor, Mr. Logan. I wouldn't do it, but if the other team started doing it and I want my highest chance of winning, just need to do it as well. Like getting pummeled is just for a couple times when you're not in base, just it doesn't. It's just not viable for me. So no, and they can turn. Ontario is a small ship. It has this fast turn rate, so they can just turn in with you, and they still will be on their strong side while you will be on your weak side, already pummeled. And I think it just gives them a massive advantage. So definitely, if my opponent would do different opening, you just need to follow it.
That's interesting to hear. It's gonna be very interesting. Hope it's a good match. So far, the previous quarterfinals. I'm trying to think about the best previous quarterfinals that we've been watching, and the teams that I think have the most chance. I mean, my own personal team is RBYC, so I think they have the best chance of winning. They're my favourites overall.
You know what I'd be interested in? If the
what?
teams who are currently waiting for their matches have odds on who they would like to see in the finals.
True.
Is that
So
someone we
you,
could be
so
bringing in?
yeah, we'll bring in the semi-final 2 people. Just trying to organize, just trying to get this match started actually. Or can I stop editing the spawn distances? Set spawn distance 1,600. What do you think? What do I think about spawn distance?
I think
I mean, since we have another semi-final in half an hour, I don't think it should be that large. There is no point really in climbing up
distance
the
is fairly
wind
good.
so long. Yeah, I think this is fine. Nope, that's way too
I was
long.
gonna say
Who is
this distance
who is
would
changing it?
take.
Someone is changing the spawn distance to be super long. Look at that.
I think what it was previously, it's completely fine.
Yeah,
This
2,000.
is too long.
Yeah.
This.
Yes, keep it as that.
I'll just remove their admin if they keep doing this. Let's get this started.
I'm gonna team a civilian. OperationYup civilians. Okay, there we go. Dylan join Regatta VC.
You can go speak to them maybe in a bit. But for now, let's add someone from the later match. Let's add. We start with Finley. Oh, okay. We'll start with a guy
Yeah.
called 6-2. This guy is the captain.
He's good. He's good. I've
He is
had a couple of fights with him, against him, since he's a Frenchie. So I know how he fights, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a
I've
aspiring
been in France
commander.
now.
So
I've been in France. I know he's a good commander. Hi, 6-2. Good to see you.
What the fuck is this about? I'm currently outdoors.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you're not even commanding. Oh, he's not actually commanding. Who's your commander for this next battle?
Me? I'm commanding, like, we have the battle's in 30 minutes. I'm still outside. I'm heading home right now.
oh well, I guess we can't really.
All right. Enjoy touching grass. Well, I'll add James to the group chat in a minute. Anyway, we're going to watch the start of this first battle, which is just started.
Okay. We have not the White Squadron ship. The Evil Marines have opted to put carronades on their weather deck, but they kept
Have
their
they?
long guns on the gun deck.
How powerful are carronades these days?
Well, I know for a fact that many don't like to use them, but I think in this type of battles, which you can get really up close, if it's not that hard, and just to keep close. But many prefer, especially on frigates, they prefer to use long guns even on weather deck, since they're very much more accurate than the carronades. And
If you were commanding, I mean, when you did command for your battle, which one did you use?
I, for one round, actually used carronades on all my guns, but it might have worked well. I think they got a decent amount of holes, but I just got a powder barrel, and that completely just it just went to hell. And I can see that the Spanish are running carronades on their weather deck as well, not the gun deck. They
That
have
clearly
long
seems
guns.
like the go-to. clearly seems
Yeah.
like the go-to.
I will use the same.
While we
Since you
wait for these... Hang on.
since you have a lack of personnel, even the couple of shots from the weather deck, since it's much higher poundage than the 4-pounder, it's just, even if you shoot it once or twice, it just does much more damage because you don't really use the weather cannons, do you? And we can see
Tell you
that
what's good to see. We haven't
see
got a
that the-
French opening here. It's going to be a
the
good
Evil
battle.
Marines have the weather gauge against, and the Spanish just opted to keep them the weather gauge, and they are turning upwind now. I don't think that's a great decision. I think they're going to get outturned by the Evil Marines. But let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, admittedly, having the weather gauge might be big there, but I'll tell you what, it's going to make for a much more interesting battle than the usual backwinding meta. So I'm pretty happy to see it.
Well, the Spanish are currently in a quarter camp. They're not firing back at all.
Oh lord, that's not looking good for the Spanish. Evil Marines are on the quarter and are now rapidly turning onto their stern, potentially. If they're not careful, Spain.
Yeah, Spanish now have the weather gauge. They have managed to turn, but they still haven't fired a shot.
Spain have been
Oh.
able to... Spain have been
Now-
striking their jibs, if you notice that. They struck their
Yeah.
jibs and now they struck their spankers, so they're going to be getting a really good turn here. They've really got to get that fire rate up, though. Let's see how it's going in the weather, in the Orlop.
They've been firing. Oh, the Spanish have a powder
Oh.
fire. The Spanish have a powder fire on their
But
main.
the Evil Marines have trimmed out. Oh no, but they've gone back in for the turn now.
I think they might have
there's a
noticed that
powder barrel
the
fire on the
Spanish
Spanish
ship
ship.
is struggling. All of the
At this
6
point-
members, or I think 5, maybe 1, there's one in Orlop, are on the powder fire.
Okay, if they've put out, that's really well done, to be fair, by Spain. And if I was commanding the Spanish team now, if I was N54, it would be about survival, I think. Here, you've got to reset the battle, get out of there, repair, and rebuild your range. Maybe get a turn to switch your sides
I
onto your higher armor side.
Evil
I don't
Marines
know.
have fumbled a bit. I think they should have just kept turning. Now they're out of bear. Now they just got in bear. But they could have capitalized much more on that, because Spanish, they were just sailing to nowhere, right? They had
Yeah,
a powder
you're right.
I
fire.
don't think they
Everyone
realised that
everyone
they
was
managed to get
everyone
a
was
powder
there.
barrel.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah, you're
didn't notice, which is a big fumble, right? You can see the powder
I
fire for
noticed they
the.
trimmed quite
Oh, they have
early.
another. They have another one. They have now one on the 4 now. Very
Spain
unlucky
do?
for the Spanish. Yes.
That
Another
is
one.
unlucky, that is
That
unlucky.
is very unlucky on their end.
Again,
Against
I
the
go
gunner
back
is
to
just that
Spain.
good.
I mean, you can aim for powder barrels, right? Like,
You can aim for them.
BYC,
Yes.
the blue team do it quite frequently. Yeah, and they're not hard to hit. If I'm Spain, again, if it was me, I would try and escape, truth be told. I would not be... They've put it out really quickly again. Fair play to them. The Spanish team are doing really well. Really good
They
stuff
are.
by Spain.
But they're struggling. They're almost fully trimmed here, and they're dead slow in the water. So they're not really doing well.
Yeah. They're trying to turn left to flash their stern, I think, and get a turn, which is a... Oh no, they're backwinding.
Their
They're
whole
backwinding.
gun deck is in the Orlop trying to fix the holes, which I think they've done. They don't have any holes anymore. But
Oh, and they're turning
I don't.
in.
They really don't have anyone on their on the. Oh, now they do. By the way, there is someone killing me in the skybox. Yeah, I'll just ban him.
Oh, is someone killing? Okay, yeah, just ban those people.
I can't root. Oh yeah, my game is bugged.
Just rejoin. Who killed you?
This USN guy, Gangsto. I can still use the shift beat, so it's fine. It's just I can't really use the admin. I'll rejoin after the round.
Thanks, Theo. Ban from...
The Spanish have
Ah, sorry.
recovered, which is a miracle, honestly. I didn't expect them. I thought after the first barrel they would be in big trouble. But when I saw the second barrel, I thought they would be surely over. But they
I'm
have
saying,
recovered.
I'm
but
now
hey,
rooting
Evil
for the
Marines
Spanish team
seem-
here. This is a
they seem to be
serious
swapping
comeback.
onto
If
their
Spain
stronger
can pull
side.
this off, if Spain can pull this off, are Evil Marines on their weak side still?
Oh,
No,
that
they
was a
swapped-
massive
they've
grape shot.
both
That was a
swapped onto their
massive
stronger
grape shot.
sides.
The whole weather
just
deck of the white ship just got wiped.
Hey, that's really good for Spain, and that's a really good turn by Spain as well. There is some seriously impressive performing in
Oh,
this
and they're
battle.
starting
they-
on the stern again.
They did shoot off a couple shots on their stern. They shot like 4 shots on their stern, so that might be very damaging to the evil marines. And Spain is
Obviously, I thought-
managing their weather gauge, so
I thought Spain had it.
They're
in
doing
first,
very
but
well.
They were going quite low.
This is really impressive, this battle
But
here.
they've managed
And
to drag it out of the water.
seriously, they have. And now suddenly, ah, I
Oh.
think they've overturned there a little bit. Spain has just overturned and therefore lost the bear on a really nice quarter camp. If I was in the Spanish situation, I'd be killing my speed. I don't know about you guys, but I'd want to be pulling back as far as possible.
Absolutely.
for sure. Since Labor is their strong side, it might be nearly untouched, and their Sabot is very, very, very badly hurt. They even going for the stern rake again is not viable for them since it's their weak side and they really can't engage on that side. It would just kill them off completely. It
Evil Marines
looks
turning
like
in.
the Evil Marines are going for this I assume it's the stern, right? Let's see what the Spanish do. They must keep on the Labo. They can't
Gotta be
really
turning.
afford.
Spain have got to be turning quicker than that. They've delayed their turn a little bit, but I hope it doesn't end up punishing them. Oh, their slow
Well-
turn. They're striking their jibs. They're striking their jibs, I think.
Attacking here, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're all up on
Attacking here
jibs.
is a very, very hard maneuver, right? Since they will start getting pummeled, they will be slowing down because of the water, right? They just can't not get holes, right? Attacking is definitely worse. But like I said, they stopped the turn. They stopped the turn. I think that's a big mistake.
Yeah, I think that is
Now
a
they're
big
turning
mistake.
again.
It's
I
just-
think
again,
that this might be costing them a lot.
You've got to be
Evil Marines-
turning earlier there. You've got to be turning earlier. Intel, feel free to get some shots of the crew as well, just to see what's going on the gun deck, because it's always quite interesting having a look at their repair situation, because that's how you can tell how a team is doing. Evil Marines, well, Sons of Hercules
Oh,
have
they
one
have
man
another
currently
barrel.
on all up.
They've got another barrel on fire. Evil Marines.
Evil Marines do. Oh, that's a twist of fate. Evil Marines have now got their first powder barrel fire of the battle, and suddenly the momentum has shifted deeply in favor of Sons of Hercules, who have
Spanish
managed
are
to survive.
Spanish are slightly outturning here. Then now they're getting back in there, but they have the weather gauge again. Spanish are pulling this off. I'm kind of surprised. I was writing them off, but this powder barrel might just save them.
I think the Spanish team, because they're such a close-knit unit within the Spanish Navy, I think that gives them a real advantage in the sense that they're very well organized and they're very experienced. Don't get me wrong, not taking anything away from Evil Marines. And a lot of people writ them off at the beginning when they said that they're just going to board. But I certainly should say that Evil Marines have a less established crew, you know?
Seem like they recovered, but there is one person in the gun deck on the
They've got two pumpers as well.
Evil Marines. The rest of the crew is in the Orlop. I think they have managed to repair all the holes. Yes, they did. It was that they are not in such a bad situation. I think they might have around 30 to 40% flooding, maybe. So they're not doing that bad. I guess the gunnery of the Spanish is just not that good, right? It might be the case.
I mean, it's close. I tell you that much. It's close. I'm just looking at the Evil Marines crew. We know XD Drippy. He's quite experienced. Indo Exile is obviously a very competent captain. And Sapricus is obviously very competent as well. I think he was in Andor. Some of the other names are not quite that recognizable. Parrot's excellent. I don't know that name too well. Some of the Marines that are on that team.
Well, you see, it could just be a real spotlight, these events for them.
Is
Them
That's
to
well,
be
true.
able
Alex,
to
Alex.
shine a
I
bit
think
more.
Alex is on the crew, right? Alex should be on the crew.
Yeah,
He's,
Alex is-
he's
he-
very
very senior.
experienced. He's been he started in Blue Squadron as a matter of fact. Then he moved to Andor, then to Spain, and now he's back in the White Squadron. And he is currently serving, if I'm not mistaken, as a rear admiral or vice admiral. I'm not
He
sure
is.
right now.
Yeah. I think he's rare.
Oh,
He's basically
oh.
running one.
I think
Evil Marines. This might be it. This might be it.
they're
Could be
struggling.
it.
They're dead in the
They're
water.
sitting low
They're
in the
dead in the
water.
water.
They've got 2 pumps going, and it seems they've got everyone
And it's
down
over.
that deck.
Good
Wow.
game. What a fight. Holy
The
moly.
Spanish somehow managed to claw back 2 powder fires. A very dire situation on their weak side when they were getting pummeled, and even quarter camp but they managed to come back and sink the Evil Marines.
It was a serious battle, to be fair. I'm well impressed. Not expect them to come back from that situation where they got 2 powder barrels. And, you know, it's interesting because when people say, oh, 6 people isn't enough for an Ontario, the battle like this goes to show that if you have really good teamwork, you can win any battle. You know, you can win any battle. So seriously impressive stuff there. Now, what we're going to do is, I think, okay, actually, so the people in semi-final, the second semi-final, Finley and James, are actually okay with waiting until this batch ends to do their match. So,
Well, I
that's
mean,
all
the
good
first
for
round
us.
took at what 10 minutes, so let's see if this goes again the same way, then we might make it in time for the second one as well.
Should we start
I think we
battle,
should
and then we'll
drag
drag
someone
in. Yeah, and we will do that. Let's drag in Finley.
I think we should try Finley. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's see what they're running again. I assume if I was now the Evil Marines, I would be going for maybe more defense strategy. Maybe I would be thinking about running all carronades, because it's just something that I don't think many people expect.
It's true. Hello,
So
Finley.
this-
Good to see you.
Hello. Oh yeah, good to see
Hello,
you too, man.
Finley.
Welcome to the commentary box. We are currently at the scene of Sons of Hercules versus Evil Marines. And I tell you something, Finley, you have missed a serious, incredible round 1, where Sons of Hercules got 2 powder barrel fires and still managed to pull out a win. Seriously impressive stuff. How confident are you going into your semi-final against James Boat?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. It is a EU server. My guys are in A, which is definitely going to be a factor that brings us down a peg. But I think the sheer competence of my crew should pull through regardless.
And have you analysed the play style of James Boat at all? Have you been...
Not even remotely. Not even a little bit.
Or he's that confident?
Going
He's
into it
that
blind.
confident. Wow, 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 wow. What are your thoughts on their team? I mean, what do you expect from James Boat? I mean, they're a pretty experienced French team. They've played some pretty impressive matches so far, and they've been pretty impressive, truth be told. Let's see, who have James Boat defeated in previous rounds? They defeated the Ranger. That was quite a senior pirate crew. And I mean, they had a bye through the first
Spanish are
round.
going for the French. The Spanish are going for the French.
Oh, they're trying to wrap it up clean with a French opening.
The Evil Marines are matching that. And now it's going to be just a gunner battle.
Oh, this will be a good test of their gunnery. Clearly, Spain are confident in their gunnery and not interested in another powder barrel matchup. Although, it is interesting because they had a winning formula there where they managed to outsail Evil Marines, and yet this time have decided to change that winning formula. I do wonder if they were suspicious that maybe Evil Marines would just ram and board. Because I was thinking, if you're Evil Marines and you've just been outgunned and outsailed and beaten, despite giving the other team 2 powder barrels, maybe your best bet then becomes boarding. What do we
You have
think?
little to lose when you get to that
Oh, the
point.
Spanish again have a powder barrel on their main. I was
Oh
just
my
about
God.
to say, at this gunner battle, getting a powder barrel is lethal, because the other team is just pummeling you all the time. Oh, they fix it super quick. Wow, that powder fire was going like 10 seconds.
Now,
I've
I am
never
on the
seen
server,
such-
so I can comment as well. I've been watching the Evil Marines gunnery, and they are aiming for these powder fires. All their shots normally concentrated near the main powder fire on the enemy ship. So it's superb gunnery from them. It's a shame Spain, well, incredible they were able to manage the 2 fires they got in the first round.
And honestly, the Spanish team, Sons of Hercules, led by M54, has got really, really good at putting out and managing those powder barrel fires. Really, really impressive stuff. And it's really interesting to watch a battle that is basically aim for the powder barrels, and as soon as you have an issue, the whole team deploys to go put it out. It's really, really impressive stuff. Your issue becomes, if you have flooding in the orlop and a powder barrel, that's when you're in trouble. But so far it seems to be going well for
Interestingly,
Strikers.
the Spanish are getting a couple of kills with the round shots. So
That's good.
that seems helping them, right?
Let's get a gun deck POV intel. Have a little look at what's going on in the gun deck and especially in the orlop. It's always interesting to see who's on gunnery and how quick they're firing. There's currently one pump on. Oh no, there's now no pumps. In fact, Evil Marines are currently turning in, I think.
Switching sides. They have been outgunned, it seems like, even though the other team had the powder barrel. So it seems like the Spanish team, what's it called again?
Sons of Hercules.
Yeah, Sons of Hercules have locked in on their gunnery. They probably have been practicing for this battle, and it seems to be paying out. But they have opted out to not switch sides yet, but I think they will be, because if they have struck their Spanker, and they are striking their Stace Hills. So it seems
on
like
the
they will be
deck.
switching sides as well. And
Going
I
back
think
to
they
your
might...
comment from your comment from earlier, Dylan, I think the cohesion or the lack of cohesion on Evil Marines is coming through because I've just been seeing them run up and down that deck, and it doesn't really seem like they're in a fixed place. They don't know
Well,
where they need
that-
to be.
Well, I think there's a
That
big
might
mistake
be.
by
That
Spain.
might be. And when you don't have experienced sailors who all know exactly what their role is, that can come back to bite you. But we must say here, Spain's decision not to switch sides, I think, is going to cost them the match. I think that's probably GG. I know that's quite a confident thing to say.
Yeah, they're
Unless
low in the
Evil Marines
water.
also-
They're low, and now they will be having a stern. I think it might be
Well,
over, but we saw last round how Spain have overcome these
Yeah.
situations, so it might not be over yet. But I think they're
at
in
the
a
end
very
of
very
the
bad
day-
situation.
At the end of the day, though, if Spain can switch sides, now their side is stronger. Although they're in a tricky situation, but they are stronger than the Evil Marines team.
The Evil Marines didn't slow down, and I think that
That was
might
a
cost
blunder.
them.
That was a big blunder.
They
Another blunder by
didn't.
Evil Marines.
Yeah, they didn't manage their speed well, and now they're just going too fast and just didn't quarter camp them long enough. If they were slower, I think the quarter camp just might have been better. But we'll see. It's again a gunner duel. I think why the Evil Marines have a slight advantage, although their side have been. It might be just even now. Okay, we'll see.
Finley, it's been nice talking, mate. Thanks for coming. Good luck in the
Yes, me
battle.
Yep.
If Spain wins this, then you'll be up next. So we'll see you there. Good luck.
Godspeed.
Good luck.
Right, let's add James. Let me add him as a friend.
Ooh, Spain is struggling. They're slow. They have everyone in. Oh, did they have another powder barrel? I think they did. I didn't notice, but there were a lot of guys in their gun deck, and I think they had a powder barrel.
It's a tough spot to have a powder barrel fire here because you're such close range.
They're
and you're
overturning
really gonna get-
slightly. Their 4 is turning out of pair. That might cost them a couple of shots.
They've
But they're
got
back
one
in
man in
there.
orlop currently. They've got 2 men in orlop, but they're not hammering. So that looks like they're actually okay. They've got 1 man on the gun deck, and the rest are on the weather deck currently. 1 on pumps. Sure is an interesting situation.
They definitely are hammering now, though. It only seems like they have a 1 hole. No, they have multiple holes. They have multiple holes, and this might be. Not gonna say game over, but they have a lot of water. They have like
They're
they have
certainly low in that water.
70% water,
Really
but it's going
close here.
down. It's going down.
And the thing about
They
these
still have a lot of
Ontario
water.
battles, momentum can shift so quickly. You know, with a couple of broadsides and a couple of missed shots, it can mean everything. So it's all about the accuracy and the team play of every single player hitting their
So
shots.
close. I think they might be both at the same level of water level, right?
The Spanish team is switching between 1 and 2 pumps, and the White Evil Marines team have got 1 pumper. But in a battle like this, often I think many teams decide that actually 2 pumps is always too many because you need men on that gun deck. And another thing we always used to discover in Blue Squadron was that if you end up sending too many men down to orlop, or your fire rate drops. So you really have to balance. It's a fine balance.
White
deciding-
has around 90% water now. Evil Marines are not doing that well. But Spanish struggling as well. I don't think. Oh wait, they have
It
they have
disappeared.
they
Are
have
they trying-
they have around what 75% and it's stable. I think Spanish are slightly on top.
so hard to
They've
they
call.
got,
are.
like,
Oh,
they've tried to
oh
do
my God! This
battle.
Evil Marines team is they're suddenly in the mud here. I think. Let's get an all-up cam for us, Intel. Have a look what's
Ex-
going on in that all-up of that ship.
XD Drippy seems to be AFK on the Evil Marines team. He's not moving. I don't know if it's just a visual bug for me, but it seems like he's AFK.
Is he on
That is
pump?
not a great. He is, but he's not at least for me. He's not pumping.
That
Obviously,
sometimes
it
can
could
be
turn
a
down to a
graphical.
gunnery battle at this point. Sometimes when it gets to this point, when both
The
crews are
Evil
struggling-
Marines have lost the mast.
Oh my God! They've been demastered. Was that part of the plan? Do you think, or was that an accident?
Well,
That
I
suggests overshoot.
think it's an accident, but it's not like they've been aiming for a mast or anything like that. You can hit a mast even through the gun deck.
Oh, who's won?
The Evil Marines have won. The
Oh
Evil
my
Marines
God.
have managed to win the
What a
second round.
result.
Oh!
They
What
got
a
the
result.
masted. They
What
got
a
the
result.
masted. I was confused for a bit because they've been
Wow.
on the Endor team and was like, okay, that I'm confused. But yeah, Evil Marines have won. I think they might be sinking as well right here, right now. So, did they survive? No, they did. They did preserve. They did preserve with just one mast. Wow, what a second round! What a second
managed to
round!
hold
That
it.
is seriously
It was
impressive. That is
super close.
seriously
Wow.
impressive. Well played to Indo Exile and his White Squadron Evil Marines. It now comes down to the final match to make it 2-1, best of 3. Let's see who can win to get to the finals. Honestly, I think Spain could have won that. I think if they just, I don't know what you think, Imunos and Intel, but if they just side switched the same time as Evil Marines, they could have outgunned them. I really think it was a massive blunder to
Yeah, that is
delay
definitely
the
one
side
of the,
switch when
definitely one of the aspects that I think lost them the battle. Right, it was super close and they were winning at the end, but something have happened. Maybe another part of battlefield that we didn't notice. Maybe I didn't saw one. But yeah, great job. I mean, hats off to both the teams. They did incredibly. They survived for a long time, and it genuinely came down to a couple of percentage, right?
Yeah, and
Water
so far this has
levels.
been the best battle so far. It has been an incredible one. Intel, what are you thinking so far about this match? Yeah.
It's
Just
the
wanted to
same
say,
loadout.
Intel,
It's
I
the same
just
loadout
wanted
for
to
both
comment,
ships again.
that synchronized sail setting on the Evil Marines team was quite satisfying to watch. All right,
Like I
we
said-
are waiting for these two teams to engage for the final round. Let's drag in James, who is going to be commanding James' boat team in the next semi-final. Let's see if he joins in a minute. Until he joins, this is the third and final round of this first semi-final of the WSC October Open.
And the Spanish are back again. Evil Marines are reacting to that instantly to that now. They were a bit late to that last time, but I think they were expecting it now and they reacted to a second. Let's see who gets the first shot off. And it's a Spanish, though they're now they have hit. Ooh, big hits from the Evil Marines. They have landed more shots than the Spanish. But again, it's just a
Hello.
gunner battle.
Fully indoors now.
Hello there.
Okay, 6-2 has joined us. So 6-2 is actually commanding James' boat. Welcome, 6-2. You've joined us as we're watching the third
Hello.
round of the first semi-final. How excited are you this match coming up against RBYC? Perhaps, definitely your most difficult matchup of the tournament so far.
It will definitely be our most difficult matchup. We have done a few practice fights in preparation in the past 2 weeks, so I feel like my crew is pretty prepared for this fight. Because we're just gonna use some fun, good openings, and we're just gonna cook, honestly.
Have you done any scouting
hear-
on the RBYC team?
We have, yes. I mean, RBYC, it's an interesting team, right? Because we've seen them pull like basically at every single opening in the book. So, like, hey, I mean, they seem to be well prepared, and we have a good counter for every single one of those openings. So I think we should be chill.
That's exciting to hear. Do you have any plans specifically about your battle strategy? Is there anything exciting that we can expect?
I would rather not disclose what plans we have, just in case Finners is stream sniping, as we say.
We're not
It's
live
not a
streaming this.
stream.
We're
It's
not
just
we're
a
not
YouTube.
streaming.
It's just YouTube,
Right, okay.
so you don't need to worry about stream sniping. We're just uploading this after the battles. So
We're taking a bit of a strategy that we're taking inspiration from USN and Red Squadron. Is all I'll say.
ooh, I
Can
have
we-
no idea what that could be. I actually don't.
Can
Any of
we
you guys know?
expect you to be running full carronades today?
Oh,
Is that
would
what
be
it is?
cool, yeah.
I think no, I don't know. I have no clue what the USN and Red strategy is. I didn't watch their battles, but I mean, I think it would be interesting to see full carronades being run. And again, Spain might have won the gunner battle because it seems like the Evil Marines are switching sides. Sorry for not naming the team's name. Again, forgot what's the Spanish.
Evil
team.
Marines and Sons of Hercules. Evil
Sons of
Marines turning in
Hercules.
early is interesting, but again, Sons of Hercules are not turning. It's such a bizarre decision.
Oh.
When you're winning the gunnery battle, why would you not just replicate what the other team is doing? I don't get it. Maybe N54 knows more about
I mean-
his strategy than me.
I'm looking at Spain currently, and I would have to estimate their sides to be about 60%. Like, this is going to be a huge advantage for Andor if they can keep low speed and maintain this side. And
Yeah,
if they,
I
if,
don't
they
know.
if they don't allow Spain to do a side swap, then it's just an Andor win off gunnery.
I don't know why
Exactly.
they have
So
an Endor flag, but it's they're from the Royal Navy.
It's because they're
That's
Andor
true.
Marines, I think. There are a lot of ex-Andorans.
Yeah.
Replicas is an ex-Andor, I think. Same with Alex. So that's roughly why. Are you confident tonight about your match 6-2?
Yeah, we should be good. As I said, practice battles have gone well. I think my crew is really good at whatever we need to do. We do have a few things that are concerned about, such as boarding, but hopefully that sorts out itself. We do have some plans against that.
Good. Okay, that's really good to hear. We're very excited. We are a little bit biased as a commentary board. We're not in touch with Finley, but obviously we are all ex-blue. So I can't say we'll be rooting for you too much, but we are excited to see the battle, and I hope it's a fun one. I mean, this semi-final we're watching so far has been the most exciting match. So good luck, and
Should be fun.
we'll see you in the next 10 minutes.
All right, yeah, we will be talking after battle probably. I don't know. I'm gonna head back to
Yeah.
my own VC now.
Okay, the Sons of Hercules now they have decided to switch sides by showing their stern once again. Let's see. Didn't work out last time. They eventually lost the match, and I think the Evil Marines are managing their speed much better now, and they have managed to stay on a quarter cap
Yeah,
for much longer now.
Yeah,
This is
the
a good
backs
move.
there,
This is a
that's gonna
good
be-
move from
It
the Evil
is.
Marines.
It's going to be really damaging for N54 here. I think that's another mistake. I don't know. We'll see how it plans out. Intel, let's get a little crew cam for Sons of Hercules, please. They've got 2 pumpers. Let's have a look in their all-up.
Must be struggling. I hear a lot of hammers. I hear
There's
a lot of
hammering
hammers.
going on. There's 3 men in all-up right now.
And they're going up now. They're going up. They only... Oh, they're actually not leaving anyone in all of. They're confident. I mean, they just switched to their strong side. They should be, right? They have minimum amounts of water. It's like 10%, 10 to 15%. So they haven't been damaged that much. It might have worked. I mean, they damaged their side, and now they're on a stronger side than the Evil Marines. So
It's now
It's really
time for-
interesting.
might actually work for the Spanish.
Time for them to capitalize, because your biggest risk when you run of course, a stern rake is you could possibly be on your weak side while just easily allowing your enemy to be on your strong side.
Yeah, the Sons of Hercules ship side looks much better than the side of Evil Marines. It looks much more damaged. If I could estimate, I think they might be around those 65%. On the other side, that ship definitely is above 80. So
Tell you
they're
what,
struggling.
if this is a planned strategy to delay the turn, and it works out, it will be a very impressive performance.
Yeah, the
Very
water
impressive.
on the Evil Marine ship is slowly but surely rising. It's reaching 50%. It just reached, and it's still rising. They are struggling. There are 3 people down in the Orlop. Let's see if they can save this. The Spanish are
What's-
pummeling.
We have about 30 spectators in the server. Obviously, some of them are waiting for their next match in the semi-final, but it's good to see the community supporting and enjoying the tournament.
The battles are sure getting
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, and
Oh my.
if development returns and regattas come back, then they'll also be popular.
Wow, yeah, Spanish have 10% water and it's stable. They have 1 hole, maybe. 2 holes. 2 holes. And they just have 1% in Orlop. Henny is managing. On the other side, I think it is over for the Ava mains. I don't want to, you know, jump. No, I don't know how to say that in English. But
Meanwhile, a little update.
oh, did they lose a mast again?
A little
Oh.
update on RBYC have currently got a guy experiencing in-game Roblox issues, aka Roblox has crashed in his country, and so they're currently trying to delay or find a replacement. So it's not looking too good for RBYC. I think that next battle could be a really competitive one.
Evil Marines
Oh,
have
There
just
goes a
lost
Master.
their main
Master's gone down for
again.
Evil Marines again.
And they're on 90%. It's
Has this
not
been
looking good for them. They need to strike their drips, otherwise they're just going to turn out of bear. Yeah, and Spanish are
Oh, they're in
confident.
real trouble now.
Yeah, that is a
And that's
decisive
GG.
victory.
That's
Decisive
GG. Well
victory.
played.
Wow. I mean, we haven't
2-1, Sons of Hercules and Spain.
You need to get N54 in here.
Spain proceed to the final. Yeah, we definitely will. Well played. I think after that first round, I think they deserve it. There were some interesting moves. It will be interesting to see if that delayed turn was part of the plan. But with those 2 powder barrel fires, I have to say both teams impressed me. But I think if any team deserved to win it, Sons of Hercules probably had a slightly stronger performance. What are you thinking, Intel?
Absolutely. You know, I did underestimate. I thought, you know, there would be some momentum which would be carried through, but you could just see here. I think it was that maneuver of having their stronger side, the Spanish's stronger side, out towards Evil Marines. I think that's what cost them the battle here, and inevitably the victory.
So, Sons of Hercules proceed to the finals 2-1. Next up is RBYC versus James Boat. Let's get N54 into this VC.
It gives RBYC to find a replacement.
Yeah, RBYC are looking for a replacement because Roblox has gone down in North America. God bless this website.
I mean, maybe the Admiral will step up and join them.
Hello, N54.
Can you hear?
Yeah, is
Can
N54
you hear
there?
us?
Is he? I think he's joined. Interesting crown. Is that his winner's crown?
Absolutely.
Oh, can you hear us, N54? Hello.
We can't hear you if you are there.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Oh, we
We got-
can.
no,
You're just quiet.
We can hear you.
What's up?
Hi, N54. Good to see you. Congratulations. What a result for you.
Well,
How did that go? Give us the rundown.
Well, the second round we had a problem, but pretty smoothly, to be honest. Since it was a marine crew, I was expecting them to just kind of ram into us and board us to death, but that isn't what happened. So instead, we were able to fight a very comfortable fight for us, which was long range and just brawling at medium range. Um, yeah, no, very happy. First round went pretty well, other than we actually did get 2 barrel fires. Our carpenter was AFK, which was a problem because we were in battle and then we realized, oh shoot, where's the carpenter? But we managed to fix it up. And despite the 2 barrel fires, they definitely had some good aiming on their side. It just seemed like their sailing was slightly weak because I don't know, they were just kind of randomly going out of bear and doing weird things. Like they gave us their stern at one point, and they just got quota camped. But no, obviously second and third round. The second round we had a very small problem with the emergency repairs should have been called down just slightly before. We were obviously trying to maximize as much gunnery as we could possibly muster because it was a slow fight. But we just had a bit of a, it just wasn't quite enough like what we needed. But third round, obviously, we shined through. Straight up slugfight. I think we definitely have I think we definitely have some of the best gunnery that has been seen from any of our rivals. But um, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't board us. I thought that was going to be their thing, just coming board us and just take us out that way. But
That
no,
seems like a common misconception, actually, about Sons of Hercules, because lots of people thought they were going to be boarding, but actually, they haven't boarded once. They've actually outgunned everyone so far until this match. One thing we were interested in, you side switched quite late both times in the second and third round. Was that an intentional plan from the start? Was that a pre-planned decision?
You know, I'm reminded of a battle between Mr. Sushi and Logue once, where they had an elite ND 1v1 with 25 guys, I think. And Logue just didn't side switch. He just when he saw them that they were going to side switch early and go bow in, right, like his customer with a flange. He just depowered all and just stayed in there. The problem is that when Sushi got back on there on the other side, he just just ripped his side to shreds, and that was it. I don't know. I'm sort of that branch of commanding, really. But I don't know. I just didn't feel the need to side switch. I'll be very honest with you. I looked at the armor. I saw 65%. It's like, I'm not side switching at 65%. It makes no sense for me to get out of here now and then have to get out of here again to get back on my side that's still 65%. So I just stayed there and thought, I'll slug it out. And when my carpenter says he needs a lot of people down there, that's when I'll issue the orders to set the gyps, and I'll pack them main myself. So I don't know. I was feeling comfortable. I had 65% armor on my larboard side when they side switched. So I don't know how they side switched so early, but
Well,
it
I
wasn't
guess
That's
it might
impressive
have been
stuff.
your better gunnery, but we saw a couple of powder fires happening on your ship during. I don't think you had powder fire
no,
this
yeah,
last
yeah.
round, but in
They were
one round you
definitely
had
hitting our
like
barrel
2
fires.
or 3 powder fires, which is very impressive from their gun crew. But your skills to put them out quickly is what saved you, because many teams struggle with putting the powder fires out, but you were super efficient, and I think that's what might have won you the battle.
Well,
So
immediately the gunnery officer called them out and said, "Hey, look." So and then we had everyone on stage. So there was a point where our gunner, creative man, called, "Oh shoot, there's a barrel fire on the main." So we all just got it out it very fast, and we did actually have a barrel fire every single battle. I'm pretty sure. Even that last one, it's just we managed to just put it out very fast, as you said.
That's
But
what
yeah.
was so impressive to us. That's what was so impressive to us. In that first round, we were pretty confident you guys were cooked. Be for real.
Well,
You
we
in
didn't have
such
a
tricky situation.
carpenter for like the first 3 minutes, so yes.
But
Yeah.
really good stuff to putting it together. And we was commenting on your team cohesion as well. Obviously, you guys are all Spain, and you're all quite senior in Spain. How long have you guys been serving together as a little team of 6? How long do you know each other for?
Um, the newest guy in here was Creative Man, who is still not yet an officer, although he might be soon. And he has been in Cadiz for, I don't know, since February or January last year. So yeah. And Killer, I've known him for a very long time. We served in White before we served in Cadiz. He's my EXO, by the way. I kind of brought just a bit of an A team here. So I had the leader of my gunnery corps. In previous battles, I had my brother in, but today he was sick, so he was leader of my carpentry corps, and I just brought in the best of the best. Leader of my Marines, that's commander. So I literally just try to bring the best that Cadets has into this battle, and I think it shined through. So yeah, I'm very
That's good
happy
stuff.
with the result on this.
Very well done, and congratulations on making it to the final. We've just got confirmation for the HMS Royal Blue, which is the Royal Blue Yacht Club. They have had to sub out 2 of their key members because of Roblox issues, and they've subbed in Jules, who is the Admiral of Blue Squadron, and who else have they subbed in? Actually, that
Well,
might
did they
just
win
be it.
against
It might
the
just... Yes, and they're going up against
Yeah,
James Boat.
it's just
Well, M54.
Jules.
I'm interested. Of course, since now you're in the final, who are you rooting for in the next match?
Oh, that's good.
Who would you like to battle against?
Who is it? Who is it? Let me see. It's it's Blue versus French, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To quote Mr. Magnus Carlsen, famous chess player, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. I don't know. I would, although I did do. I kind of was. I ended up being forced to do the French, sort of, in those last 2 rounds. I don't actually like this opening. It's something I'm very strongly against. I don't like this opening at all. I just wanted to avoid a situation where they would ram into us, which is what I thought they would do. So I just thought, you know what, fuck it, we'll turn in early, get our guns firing, and we'll probably win this one. And I know they had Alex in their team, and he does like the French. So I knew that he would respond with a mirror if Alex was on that ship.
So,
But
are you saying you would rather face the Blue Squadron team in the final?
purely on an opening thing, yes. Purely on an opening thing. Other than that, I love fighting with the French guys. I'm actually supposed to fight them right now, so I better run. My officers are already running with the crew. We're already running for the next event. But yes, I think I would like to fight with the blue guys, mostly on a matter of them hopefully not doing the French. But other than that, no, I really I hope the best.
To disappoint you, they
wins.
used the French opening in their last battle,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. But
They did once, but
interestingly,
They'd seen they were playing, so did that.
we have a difference in loadouts. The French have decided, the James Botta team have decided to not use carronades at all, and they're running long guns even on the weather deck. But
Oh shit!
the-
Okay, that's a French. That's a French confirmed then. What you just
Yeah.
told me, basically.
the blue,
I have no fear.
Royal Blue Yacht Club have decided to use carronades on their weather deck, and they are going
Blue
That is
for
the best
the
choice.
French.
French opening, boo.
The French
No
are not
one,
doing the French.
to rename it to the Royal Navy opening.
Oh,
this
now they
round.
are. Now they are. They just ensured that they have weather gauge later, but they're doing it very slowly. The turn is slow. Blue,
It's a slow
the
effort, Steve.
Royal Blue Yacht Club gunner is very good, so I think they might be inside trouble. But oh my god, the battery that the French just unleashed was lethal. I think they hit every shot.
Well, they're going for the mast by the looks of it. I just saw a shot from the French ship hit the top of the main mast of the blue ship. Anyway, N54, it's been great talking. Thanks for coming, and thanks for participating. We look forward to seeing you in the final, mate.
Thank you very much, Dylan, for this opportunity. I mean, obviously, I loved when you did the regatta, and I love when you're doing this. Yeah, I'm very excited. Honestly, I'm very excited. Today, I thought it was going to be the choke point here because I was worried about the melee.
Ooh, interesting.
But turns out, yeah.
The
turns out we
French
just-
are only using one sailor, and that is their captain. That's an interesting
I'm pleased to hear
choice.
it.
You have to.
N54,
We did the same.
have a good evening, and have a good day. Good luck.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Well, there's the captain and a sailor on the Blue Yacht Club ship, and there is a Orlop / weather deck guy that just keeps firing. So the blue is very, very hard focused on having amazing gunnery. They using every single gun they can, and they haven't gotten holes yet. Orlop is completely dry. It seems like they might be outgunning the
Intel's
French.
Gunnery, POV. Quite interesting. mean, obviously the last minute switch up will not be good because they practice. Both teams did practice battles and done a lot of preparation, analyzing each team and preparing their openings. And having
Well,
to
Finley
switch out your
didn't.
crew members, admittedly, you know, subbing in the ad, but it is interesting to see if that will affect their gunnery rate, because they have been very strong on gunnery up until today. As I said, admittedly, of all the people to sub in, Jules is probably the best person you could want, because he was, if anyone didn't know, the first. I think he was the first in turn, wasn't he?
He was the first
first
gunner.
senior gunner in Blue Squad.
I think
Yeah,
that
he
would
was
be
the
correct.
first man to build the Blue Squadron gunnery company. Yeah.
When they're doing well, they're landing their
And great
shots.
commander. And Finley, the commander of the Blue Squadron ship here, also a very capable commander. When I asked people who's the best captain in Blue Squadron, they said either Finley or Legacy. Legacy isn't in the comma anymore due to undisclosed reasons, so that leaves Finley. And he's got a very strong crew. Let's have a look at the crew while they're in this gunnery battle. We've got Finley Maximus, who I think is a very...
There does
Yes, sorry, go on.
appear to be a lot of people in the
Mac-
order for blue. All four.
Oh, Lord.
I think they're switching sides. Yeah, they're switching sides. That's why. Everyone
Ah.
is in down
makes
because they are not in bear, so they're just trying not to sink. Both of the ships are switching sides.
But you can
But
notice
to
there is
get-
damage to the sails.
To get back to your comment about being the two best blue commanders, I think they haven't heard about this guy called Imunos. So it's clear the poll is clearly mistaken.
Imunos, I agree, bro. I
It's been
agree.
rigged.
Yeah,
Imunos, in our
There's people
hearts.
out of the loop. Other people on the RBYC team, RBYC team. Maximus, he's a very senior, experienced gunner in Blue Squadron. Very useful asset. Ivory the Lass. I mean, for people that aren't aware of Blue Squadron, Ivory the Lass is one of our most experienced members. Very committed, very good sailor. Ash has always been a very experienced sailor. Very good at being flexible, so he can do everything. It looks like here, all their France are turning in. This is about... Are they? Well, what's
Just shiver-
interesting is Blue have their sails harder
Trimmed.
larboard. Yeah. Oh, now they're also
Now
shivering now.
Yeah, I think Finley died, so because the ship stopped, or their captain. Yeah, no, they're still trimmed. They're fully trimmed. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Now they're slowing down. Okay, they slow down. They're completely shivered now.
It is just a pure gunnery battle. And so let's take a look what's going on the deck of the French ship. The French crew, 62. He's a slightly less experienced commander, I think, than Finley, but he is still very well qualified in the genre. He's a sushi protege, as N54 seems to say he also was, like a, you know, that school of thought. I think N54 is a log protege. He's trained up by log. So that's certainly an interesting one to view.
Yeah, the all of the
it's on the
friendship
French.
is completely fine. Let's check the Blue Squadrons one. They seem to be doing fine as well. They don't have a single all up down, so I guess they don't even have valves yet. They haven't set their
That
stay sails.
is
I
interesting.
guess they're going slow on purpose, maybe trying to get behind the friendship to then go for their stern. We'll see.
It does appear. What is the starboard side of the blue ship like? Because I'm looking here at the side which they're not firing on for the French ship. And it looks rather battered.
It does. I think there might be around those 40 to 50% just from the visuals. But I mean, if it still has percentage, it's still better than 0, right? I mean, if it's down to 10, then it doesn't really matter, and switching sides is very stupid. But the French don't know, and the French seems to be slowing down quite a bit. Yeah, I hear a lot of hammering. I think this French might be struggling a bit. They did
This
start
could
to
be a
get
moment
water.
for blue. Come on, then.
Not trying to be biased, but come on, blue. Oh yeah, they're 99%, 99%. I think it's a win for.
Bro,
Oh, they.
not trying to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a blue squadron victory. Oh, Royal Blue Yacht Club
Blue
victory.
1-0. Well played, blue. It's a shame about the French opening, but I'm guessing Finley's just being very conservative. He trusts his gunnery. No need to mess around, especially when you've had to sub out your crew last minute. You know, sometimes these decisions are the best.
It's quite a dominant
1-0
win.
RBYC.
Blue squadron had almost 0 flooding, so
Yeah, I mean, that sort of advantage,
Gunnery
that
has
early
been-
turn into the French opening.
yeah. Gunnery has been won. Well, today, this battle has been won by Gunnery. Let's see what the French will bring in the second round.
Yeah, the French now, James and 6-2, they have to clutch up and they have to change something up. Try and lock back in, reset, shake off that loss, and bring it back here. I think they could. You know, they're well prepared and they're well organized and they are a good team. I was just looking at the ranks in the French team. I mean, James, they're not necessarily super senior. So the odds would stack it in favor of RBYC. Mostly enlisted sailors and sort of NCOs. Meanwhile, the RBYC team, if you look at the ranks of the British team, it is quite stacked. Admiral, Lieutenant, Lieutenant, Captain, Second Lieutenant, Admiralty Secretary. That's a seriously menacing team.
Oh, it's not supposed to be captain. It's supposed to be junior post captain because that's a rank in the Marines. I guess Finley has decided to be a Marine today.
Oh yeah, true. He is a junior post captain. But with Admiral Jules on their team, it just looks even more stacked. Quite interesting. And Mivax is on the James Boat team, so it feels a little bit personal for him. I don't know. It feels like he was in Blue Squadron. I think, was he recently involved in the Purge?
Who might that be?
Mivax? He one of the Marines that got
Yes,
purged.
he has
I thought
been
he left
purged.
alongside.
No,
he got
was
purged. I think
he was one of the accomplices. I think you said that.
they purged a lot of the fleet.
4 or 5 people got banned from the Royal Navy for poaching.
Yeah, so Mivax has gone to France. So this kind of battle, this is a chance for him to get his revenge against Blue Squadron, I suppose. And if he loses, he will not be happy. But it's all still to play for. And I still think, I don't know if we can see that. You guys aren't in chat, but Finley has just posted in the chat, we're not Royal Blue opening this round. I'm guessing he's referring to the French opening. Our guys are back from the bathroom, so they're just waiting for the bathroom break. And he said he's not doing the French opening this round. It's going to be interesting to see if James Boat obliges and also does not do the French opening, or whether they scum it and also and now do the French opening now that RBYC have said they're not going to do it. In chat, 6-2 has just said Plan B it is. You can't see that because it's in team chat, and I'm guessing I had to rejoin, so I can see the French chats. He said Plan B it is. So unless his girlfriend is pregnant, I'm guessing that's a new battle strategy.
I think it might
But
be
also-
the opening that we call the French opening. We'll see. Maybe they're going for carronades, which I would love to see. You don't see it often. Me personally, I've done it once, and I haven't seen it from another team. So I think it would be hilarious if they would run full carronades. I think it would force Finley if he saw it to do the French opening. Sadly, the French are not running carronades at all. Again, they're running long guns again on their weather deck. So Plan B must just be a different sailing strategy. While Finley has long guns now, even on his weather deck. Last round he had carronades, now he has long guns again. If I'm not mistaken, those are long guns, right?
Look like long guns to me.
Those.
Are there any changes, or is it the same loadouts again?
Let me check. Yeah, those are indeed long guns. So Finley has switched from long guns to from carronades to long guns. Oh wow, the French have already abacked. That's an interesting
Oh
strategy.
lord.
Bold move to
Oh,
direct such
Lord.
range.
Bro, what are they gonna do? They're gonna run out of ammunition.
Well,
What poundage gun does an Ontario have? Remind me.
A 6-pounder on the gun deck
6-pounder.
and a 4-pounder on the weather deck. Are they
What is
running?
this opening?
Are they
They're
running?
running
they're
away.
turning further.
Oh my lord! What are they sailing to an island? They might be. There is an island in the battle server, isn't there? So they might be sailing to the island and just gonna camp on the
Yeah,
island.
they might find it.
This
I don't
could
know
be
if
the
they
new
have that much
strategy.
time though.
What the hell? Have to experience the new French strategy, which is running away. I think they've adopted the World War II French strategy. I suppose it's historically accurate.
I suppose it is, Dylan.
Must
I
run in
suppose
blood.
it is.
This is bizarre. Not entirely sure what I'm watching.
I would love to hear the reaction from the members of Royal Blue Yacht Club after this.
James has just said trust the process, and Boggle in chat has said France in open world be like. There's a lot of chirping coming from the RBYC boat.
There are no rules for running away, no. Well, I mean, I think if it gets to a certain point, right, we might need to tell them to turn.
Certainly an interesting opening. There are no rules against running away. Obviously, 6-2 does know that if he runs away for too long, I will full time. But I am informed. He has told me privately that this is building
The
something.
sails are
They aren't
going.
just running away.
There's studding sails coming out.
Okay,
This is
that
bold.
is certainly interesting.
I think they're
I
trying
can
to build
see the
distance here.
islands far.
Okay, let's discuss between the three of us. Do we rule out going to the fort? I think we should.
Yeah, definitely rule that out.
This is definitely a game of skill.
I think, yeah, the Royal Blue Yacht Club, I think they stopped chasing.
I believe they're climbing up wind currently in Royal Blue.
Yes, they have stopped the chase and are currently not following the French. Yeah, and obviously it's an Ontario battle, not a fort battle, so definitely no forts allowed. And this is no bias, because I am a part of a different team, so
What I've
do
said
love
to them is
every
they're
time-
allowed to use the islands to maneuver. So, like, you can sail around the islands, but you can't get off your boat and go man the fort, for example.
like one of
Yeah,
the members of the Royal Blue Yacht Club, they might be saying to Tahiti, I think they might have a plan.
Red Dead 2, my beloved.
going to Tahiti.
Indeed.
We're going to Tahiti, Arthur.
We need money.
You know what? Let's bring Indo in here for an interview while we wait. So we might be here a while. All right, Indo Exile, get in here.
Please
silly-
insert the elevator music.
Yeah, we need elevator music. We need a music bot so that we can just come out. Oh, oh, it's goated.
This is
We
where
hate
copyright
Tottenham.
kicks in.
Chelsea. I don't think they come after Windward. To be fair, Intel, you need to monetize this video. You're going to get so many watchers.
Hey, I'm not there yet. I'm not there at
Interestingly,
monetization.
Kale, while we wait, I guess we can talk about different sports happening around the world. Today, Manchester United somehow has managed to beat Liverpool 2-1. I was jumping for joy.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah,
clue how
that's
that
a big
happened.
result. That's a big result. It's really
Uh,
impressive. Fair play, Amarin. I say give Amarin another 10-year contract.
I agree. I think process needs to be trusted, and I think we shouldn't have psyched the other managers before. I think we need to believe in our managers. There is not Rome wasn't built in 2 days, right? It's a long process to rebuild a team, and I think Manchester United is finally on the correct path.
You think? I mean, one match. I mean, you've won one match, and the thing about a team like Manchester United is you're a big club. You're a big team club, so you turn up for these big matches, but you end up throwing away the smaller
Yeah,
matches.
it's
you know
true.
what I mean?
I hope this doesn't get into the players' head. They have beaten Liverpool because Liverpool hasn't been looking the best in the last couple of matches. They've been
No,
losing.
not at all.
So I mean, they're an amazing team. They could have won. They could have scored a couple of more goals. To be fair, Sam, for Manchester United in the first half, they could have scored like 3 goals, but they just haven't managed. It's their biggest struggle of the season. But I think Indo Exile has joined us.
He has. He has.
So
Good to see you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Bad luck on the loss. But honestly, the best
Yeah.
match we've watched so far. Really entertaining
Really?
battle and so close.
Pleasure.
How was it? Give us the rundown.
It was really tense. At one point, you might have noticed in the first round, at one pivotal moment, I got absolutely executed while I was trying to sail our ship because we had to do an emergency tack, and that really fucked us for the first round. As even my sailor. Was
watch
killed at
out!
the
Watch
same
out for
moment.
the language, please. Watch out for the language, please.
Ooh, I see. Okay.
There are kids watching.
They're kids. What?
This is a PG-friendly
Anywho.
channel.
YouTube friendly.
It's a family-friendly channel. We're actually
Anyways,
monetizing
But
this.
that
We get
really
£100
screwed us
a view.
over. That really did screw us over,
Uh,
and
I
it was
can
tough.
imagine.
Very tough.
No, that's fair.
They fought
It's
very well.
it was unfortunate. Both teams fought
Mm.
very well. We was honestly so impressed. Did the battle go as you expected, or was there anything that surprised you about?
The only surprise
I
I had
mean-
was just me getting killed over there. Otherwise, the rest was just pure skill and good luck from both ends. Holy dragon.
Well, the N54, the leader of the Sons of Hercules, he thought that he would be boarding, I guess, hence the name Evil Marines. So that's why they did the French opening in the last 2 rounds. But you gave them a lot of powder barrels. I think in the second round you gave them 2 or 3 powder barrels, and you gave them 2 powder barrels almost at the same time. So they fixed one, and they had to run straight to the other one. And that probably went to the second round. So gunnery is looking sharp. Sadly, just couldn't finish it in the third round. But it was, like Dylan said, it was definitely the best set of battles we have seen so far in this competition.
My
Yeah,
pleasure.
it was really good.
Currently, we're seeing something
We're
not
watching
so
a
fun.
bizarre opening here. RBYC are currently 1-0 up against James Bow. Who are you rooting for in this battle between RBYC and James Bow?
I mean, I initially saw the French screw up the opening, if I'm correct. I wasn't really concentrating. You screw up the opening, it's on you, buddy. So in this case, I root for blue, since they didn't screw it up and make us wait.
It's interesting. So it would be interesting to see a Royal Navy Spanish final. I mean, Royal Navy had 2 teams entering to the semi-final. As it stands, obviously, if RBYC get through, they get 1, but there's a risk that no Royal Navy teams get through. So RBYC really need to win this to represent the UK as a whole. I'm going to say, because we're watching this, obviously both teams, what's happened is both teams have just run away from each other at first. 6-2 and Finley both agreed not to just run away for 60 minutes. What 6-2 was saying he was going to do was sail to the islands and outmaneuver, which I'm fine with. As long as they don't man the forts, I'm fine with that. But Finley wasn't following. And just for the sake of sportsmanship, I said to 6-2, hey, can we just engage? And he said, fair play to him. He said, all right. So he's almost given up the weather gauge, and he's now engaging in a pretty weak scenario. I hope he wins, truth be told, now. To make it 1-1, I think it'd be an interesting fight. We know that RBYC are not going to do the French opening, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
I guess they're finally going for the weather gauge.
Yeah, it seems like now we've got a more
It was
traditional
just-
opening.
Just a bit prolonged. Currently, the sea is not even loading for me, where the French are. So, they've gone quite far. But again, let's finally see the second round. I think, yeah, the Royal Blue Yacht Club have the weather gauge by quite a while. I would think that the French would be doing their opening, but maybe not. Maybe they could be going behind the ship and try and turn upwind. But let's see if they can sustain the firepower if they, well, decide to do that. Okay, it seems like, yes, Royal Blue Yacht Club is turning in bear. The
Are we sure?
French are doing the same. And if Royal Blue Yacht Club doesn't react to that, they might be in trouble, but they are.
They react
I
in
think
time.
they need to start their turn now, because otherwise they might be struggling a bit. And they are turning. They are keeping in very, very well. Ooh, now they decided this out of bear. Let's see what the French do, because stacking here might be a
The Spanky's
mistake.
gone.
Or a sharp turn there by IBYC, trying to keep themselves in bear. France aren't turning quick enough. Are they?
Good for them.
Oh,
There are 3 dragons flying here.
Who's on the dragons? I don't see them.
I guess it's Whale,
Oh, I see them. I see them.
Suga, and well, I don't know who might be the third one. I'm not sure. I
Sugar,
guess
first time I've seen Sugar in I think a year was today at the big meeting. For anyone uninformed, there was a big meeting today between lots of the senior Windward players, basically agreeing about the future for Windward and where we're headed. It's exciting to see, and since Sal has now taken over the group, it's exciting to see what the future might hold. If all things go well, we'll see. Who knows? Who knows?
Can you get a shot of the dragons? I think it would be quite nice.
I'm quite lost at where these dragons are.
They're like
They
near
are
the sky.
north.
Oh, I found them. I found them. Far more interesting than the battle.
Intel. We're here for the battle. We're not here for the dragons.
Yeah, let's
Let's
back
have a
to
look.
battle.
These two teams are pummeling each other right now. No side switching yet. 6-2, who is shirtless because France don't have uniforms, is on the pumps. They've got one pumper. They have one man,
I think it's
or
just
one lady, sorry, I should say.
I think they're lying to us. They don't have uniforms. I think they're just trying to flex their muscles on us.
maybe that's a better reason. That's what I would say if I was Sushi. France now have no one on Orlop. They're all on guns. So what France are trying to do here is they're trying to just purely outgun RBYC and abandon their firepower in an effort to completely overwhelm RBYC.
I think
am
the
fine.
side of the RBYC ship is looking slightly better though. I think they might start to struggle now. But
Just
the
appears to be less
Olop is
people on the main
dry.
deck.
The Olop is dry. Now they have one hole. And the water is slowly rising, but it's fine. Blue has
There's two
one
men in the
bumper.
blue wall. 2 men in the blue Orlop, 1 pumper. That's going to really damage their gunfire. Let's have a look. Let's
But
get
I
a
think they're
Stern
going
is
to
getting
switch
visible.
sides. Yeah, I think
Can
they're
they
switching sides.
utilise it?
They're switching sides.
That's
I
a
think
really clean shot
both
there.
teams might be switching sides. Indeed they are, but I think RBYC is going to be... Oh yeah,
I
they're
think
going
they
to have
may
the
pay for this
advantage.
one.
They're going to have the advantage. I think they might even get a slight shot on their stern. And if they want, they can do the stern chasing. If they really wish to, they can do stern chasing. I don't think the James Botte is going to do the turn fast enough. And I think they just sniped a body that was
They
in the
absolutely
water.
did just snipe someone out of the water.
Oh, yeah, RBYC are cooking. And they will be having a stern rake. But 62 as a experienced commander is now running away to get distance and to make it harder for them to hit their shots. I guess it's a common theme to run in France.
Well, in the old Royal Navy Academy, that was one of the things we taught, building distance. That being said, that is not a huge amount of distance to be building, to be fair. He is...
Especially with that stern
Oh, actually-
exposed.
Yeah, it's a pretty good distance. They probably haven't taken too much damage.
To be fair, the Roble Yacht Club have a very good gunnery. I know the guys personally. I've been I've been training some of them. So in their gunnery skills when I was in my prime as a gunner. Now I probably would got demolished. But they managed to switch sides. I mean, they don't have any water. I think it's back to the start again. And let's see what this fight will bring, because I mean this distance is quite large. It's now like efficient gunnery and mainly precise gunnery is what's going to bring you this.
Both sides do appear fairly equal though at the minute.
And
We're joined by Alex, the Mike Rear Admiral, who was just on the Evil Marines team. What do you think about this battle so far that we're watching?
Guys, who's winning?
I think
it's RBYC is one up,
even.
but it's really close this
Fairly
one. Yeah.
close at the minute.
Yeah. Rochefort is not winning the gunnery engagement. I don't.
You think Blue would generally be better at gunnery?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. For close range, it would definitely be France. But for long range, it's definitely Blue Squadron. Because France can't range find for shit. I mean, we did a practice battle versus Rochefort, and we completely obliterated them by just staying long range. So.
I mean, the Royal Blue Yacht Club team here do have a massive advantage in the sense that they have such an experienced team. You know, the French team is experienced; they have a great commander. But the Royal Navy team here, I don't think there's any team in the league that in the tournament that competes with this specific lineup's level of experience. With Jules, with Ivory, with Finley, with Maximus, the whole team is extremely competent. So that's a really tough one to beat. It's right now just a brawl. There's no pumpers on the French ship, which is really interesting to see. So that suggests they're in a good position.
No pumpers for both sides.
No pumpers for both sides. They're going all-out attack.
Well, at this range, the shots are not doing much damage, but it's still some damage, right? Those 6-pounders are not doing much at this range, but it's better than nothing. I'll be. Well, let's see who will jump the gun first and decide to go closer.
I reckon it's going to be Blue. Blue are definitely the more aggressive players when it comes to Ontarios.
Yeah, but they don't need to since they won the first round. They kinda just
France and side swapping is definitely a relationship that never goes well. They always try to hold their side.
These two teams are actually quite at some range here, so the shots won't be doing huge amounts of damage because the range is quite dramatic. Intel, let's get an all-op check on. Oh, he's got a dragon check, I think. Let's get an all-op check on the Royal Blue Yacht Club here. Have a look. How's it going? What are we looking at? Is that one pumper? I think Finley's on pumps. They got. Is that one man in all-op? Yeah, one man. And he's currently not patching anything, so there's no holes. What's it looking like on their gun deck? Pretty healthy, pretty stacked gun deck. Let's go take a look at the French team. The French team are a little bit more aggressive. I think the blue team are a little bit more cautious with their all-opping. The French team, on the other hand, deploy everyone to guns. And a little bit more bold, let's say, with their crew assignments.
Oh, member of Blue Squad just got sniped by a cannonball.
Yeah, French sails are
It was
looking.
Maximus. Yeah, it was Maximus. He just got absolutely obliterated by cannonball.
Can we take a look at the French sails?
Oh yeah, the French sails are interesting.
Quite
They've quite a few holes. Yeah, so there's clearly been some overshooting by RBYC.
Well, same can be said about the Blue Squadron ship.
If you look at that mainmast, there are so many holes at both the spanker and the course.
One thing that's common is often gunners, especially slightly more inexperienced gunners, will hit a mast and think that they've hit the side of a ship because they get the hit marker, when in reality they're giving callouts to hit masts. So I've seen that before where you can waste a whole broadside, which sometimes can lose your battle because you give a slightly high callout. Certainly an interesting situation, and it is another gunnery battle between these two.
But both sides are doing very well. Both sides have almost 0 flooding. So again, at this range, it's very hard to. I think someone will have to come to a close battle.
Yeah, there's not too much to be said because when it's at this range and just this style, it's all about the gunnery speed.
I reckon blue are going to turn in first.
They've already side switched, so turning in would not.
But both
Well, whoever
sides
turns
have
in
side
first.
switch, so
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No.
What it means is that whichever side comes first is almost certain to lose. So they're both at almost a stalemate. For the sake of the match, I want France to win, just so that there's a 1-1. I do own the Royal Blue Yacht Club, so in that regard, I'm a little bit biased. But
some of the shots are flying
certainly
slightly
just a
too
test
low.
of gunnery here.
Some of the shots are slightly short from the
But there
blue
are
squadron
2
team.
pumpers on the Blue Yacht Club.
Blue are looking a little bit low. So France.
French
So
Oh,
turning
France.
So
up
well,
France,
with
France
pumpers.
has everyone in the
France
Orlop and 2
turning in.
bumpers.
Oh,
2
they've got
bumpers
2
for France
bumpers.
and
because they're
everyone
turning. It's
in
because
the
they're turning.
Orlop. Yeah, but the water situation is
Because they're
completely
turning.
fine. The water
think,
situation is
Interesting
almost
decision
at
to turn
0.
in.
So
Interesting decision to turn in.
I think it's a good decision, right? I mean, at this kind of point in the battle, nothing is really being done. I mean, yeah, they're chipping away each other's sides, but if you want to win and France needs to win, I think they need to get closer. Oh, they
It
just
is
lost
a
the
good
mast.
decision.
They just
Yeah,
lost
this
the
is a
mast.
must-win battle.
France has
Oh,
lost the
wow.
mast. I think that's game over for France.
No. They can get in bear. They can get in bear.
They can
before
get in
they,
bear,
Yeah,
but
bear with this angle of the wind.
Finley is
Yeah.
a very experienced commander, and I think he's going to be able to use that. Well, the fact that they don't have a mast, right?
As long as they can stay on the course there, then Blue have it.
We definitely have it here, but we never know. We never know.
You can never write the
So-
French
and with
off.
this is a good French team. Can't ignore that. These guys know what they're doing.
But it might hit their
But Finley
spirits
has
quite
really,
hard.
He's really overshot it here.
yeah, it will hit morale, and Finley's doing really well at staying on the quarter. I think this might be game over because Finley's just got to stay out of range. Oh,
Yeah,
France is not turning
The
back.
French can't turn anymore. If they want to try and
They
stay in the
can't.
battle,
That
they
might be
need to
cheeky.
strike their jibs and shiver their fore and try and use their helm because it's not going to help them.
At this
They're
point, they're
turning
just
back
sitting
to
back.
starboard
They
here.
can't
Good.
do anything.
Yeah, and all Finley has to do
Finley
here
is
is strike
just-
his sails or
yeah.
shiver.
He might be
Could
setting
have
the
back
anchor.
call.
He might be setting the anchor. I think he did set the anchor.
He has just dropped anchor. He's just dropped anchor. That's unlucky.
Oh,
for-
and they even
for-
have a powder barrel. The French have a powder barrel on their foremast.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
just
that-
getting
yeah.
just getting worse and worse for the French. They have no one on their gun deck.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
they're coming in bear slightly.
Yeah, they're coming to bear. We're gonna
Tell you
see
what,
a
fair play
final
to them.
goal here.
Fair play to that all up for holding on this long, because I mean, they are in such a rough situation here.
Well, I mean,
They're looking fine though. They're still moving, and
if they would really want to like humiliate the French, they would go for the other mast. But I mean, it's a competition, and it's not about who can demast the other one quicker, but who can sing the other one.
but there are
quicker, so-
shots landing back on the Blue.
Yeah,
They are
interesting.
running-
RBYC's
they-
decision to drop anchor might actually be hurt here because they've killed their speed, which is going to allow
Well,
the French team to get some hits.
If the French don't stop here, then they are just not getting in there, are they? They need to stop their ship, otherwise they might be.
The French gunnery's
Well,
getting
not
accurate
squad.
here.
Finley's back, winning some good hits there by the French team. 6-2's hanging in there. This could
Can we take
I
a
mean,
look
it
at
is the damage.
French Orlov?
Let's check the
Yeah,
order.
Intel,
They
let's
have two
get an all-off
pumpers.
cam.
They do have 2 pumpers. And they still have people in
It's
the
completely
flag.
fine. They're completely fine. They're not.
But there is nothing
bad.
going on here.
They
Yeah,
are
they're fine.
completely
That is
fine.
There's not a lot of flooding
bizarre.
either.
That
Yes.
calls
And it
into
seems like-
question blue gunnery.
They are all in the order except these. No, actually they're not. That would be incorrect. But they do have 2
There's only
Orlovers.
2 pumpers
Yeah,
and 1 on the all-up.
they have
The
2
rest
Orlovers
are
and they are
guns.
I reckon.
6. Oh my god, the flooding is rising quickly. They have 75 to 80% flooding. I think that, yeah, they're sending more people down now. They need 2 pumpers immediately or they're going to sink. They need to side switch. They need to side switch. I don't know their sides, but they can't stay on this side for much longer. It's
I
at
can
90.
hear it.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they won! Wow, it was
Okay.
super
Wow.
close. They just sunk. They just sunk. It was almost a draw. They
I can
sunk
see it.
Wait, did they both
2
sink?
to
Have
3
they both
seconds
sunk?
later.
That shit looks like it's
Wow.
going.
No,
Oh,
both
you
of them sunk. Wow, that is insane. Hats off to the French
wait,
crew
both
though. That
ships
was
sunk. Oh my
Brilliant.
god.
It was a massive
That is
That's
so
a-
unlucky. I'm hearing their carpenter crashed. Their carpenter crashed. So blue was on 90%. France was also on 90%, and then the French carpenter crashed. That is so unlucky.
People are
Are we gonna call
asking
that a
for
tower?
rematch.
Is that a tower?
Well, I
Huh?
mean,
I'd call that a tower.
It's
the
not
French
tight.
did sink first, so sink first. So
Yeah, I can't. I start calling it a tie, then it's like, well, actually, apply does it. It's best to sink at the end of the day.
Yeah, fair enough. Definitely hats off to the French crew though. That was brilliant. Wow.
The impressive comeback. To be fair to them, I honestly thought they were going to get it, and I can't lie, I would have been cheering
Oh,
if they
that's
managed to
happened.
make it. I would have been cheering if they managed to make it.
okay,
It is sad.
Maybe not get the captain in the VC, but maybe one of the crew members from the Blue Squadron or Royal Blue Yacht Club.
We get Jules. Should we get Jules in?
Oh,
Yeah,
I,
sure,
think, I
let's get
think we should
Jules.
get the perspective of Jules.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't heard from a crew member yet what they've been thinking about their commander's performance yet. So let's see what happened there.
Good evening, Jules. Good to see you, my
Hello,
friend.
Dylan.
Good
Hello,
evening.
lover boy.
How are you doing?
Stressed. I really didn't want to fucking participate in this, but Finley had nobody else, so.
Why? Why not? Why not?
It's just a fucking headache to worry about this, because now I'm involved. Now it's my fucking ego that's gonna get involved.
Yeah, that is how it
Fucking
is.
understand.
But look, today you take the glory. Today you take the glory. How was
I'll
that? Give us the
fucking shoot
rundown of how
myself
that
with
went.
a shotgun.
Excuse
Why?
the
What's
language.
what?
Autumn break is ending today. Tomorrow is fucking uni time, so.
Excuse the language, please.
This is a family-friendly channel.
Have you and Dylan just been sat in here until watching
Yes.
and judging? Okay.
Yes.
Chance.
Big
Exactly. Wait, whoa, please excuse the language. This is a family-friendly channel. Kids are watching
Excuse
this,
the
so
language.
yes.
Wait, what is this? Dylan, what are you doing? What is
Dylan,
this?
It's Intel. It's our
Oh,
commentary
it's
box.
Intel. Oh, no mind.
The
It's
commentary
Intel.
box.
The commentary box?
Yes.
Peak.
So how did the battle go? Tell us about it.
Oh, you're recording this, are you?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I don't want me to curse.
Yes.
Well, pretty fucking solid, honestly. First round,
And he keeps on swearing. Oh my god.
incredibly- Shut up. First round, incredibly clean. I don't think our flooding got above 30%, and at the very end, it wasn't even 10%. Second round, interesting start from the French. I don't know what the fuck they were doing with that. Yeah, they ended up getting us into a just regular gun duel again. We won our weak side, they won their weak side. I think I might have been the one who got them missing, because I aimed a little bit too high. I'm not really sure. But at last bit, got very fucking close. We didn't have anybody on the gun deck when they sank. they were all in the all-up or on tails, trying to move out of bay of them. Like we were at 98% and nobody was firing at the French. But they apparently had no more planks left, which I would attribute to them running away the second time and just taking a slight stern rig and then getting a few holes from that, losing planks. Which I did comment on in our own GC or VC, where I said they're just taking damage from this without giving in return. So they're just getting further behind in the long run.
How was Finley's commanding?
Peak, generally. He had a whole setup. You're in the Discord server as well. You can see his prep work.
Yeah, a lot
Yes,
of
they
prep has
just-
gone into it. Both of these teams did a lot of prep.
Yeah, but you can see Finley's his thing. He made me read through all that shit before the round started. So
For those who aren't in the Royal Blue Yacht Club Discord, there is a essay of bullet points in their sailing strategy channel that has an extensive. They all have different roles. They all have like their assignments. They all have where to go and what to like do if a powder bow happens, etc. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it because I imagine Sons of Hercules will be watching this quarterfinal, but they're pretty well prepared. But then again, so was 6-2's team tonight, James Boat. They were also very well prepared. They did practice battles before this, and they analysed, my understanding, the RBYC strategy. So, I mean, it was close. It was really close at the end.
I guess that's fitting considering it's the semi-finals.
Yeah,
You
true.
expect
Both
them
the
to fight to
semi-finals
the bitter
have been
end.
great.
And very fucking clutch.
Intel, what have you been? How have you found the two semi-finals we've watched this evening?
I found it, certainly the first semi-final was a lot more interesting, in which we actually saw the crews closer, having to outsail each other a bit more. In this one, it's really come down more to a skill of gunnery in both battles.
Yeah. Who do you
And-
think? Which crew was the MVP crew? Who was the man of the match crew?
Well, between Son of Hercules and Royal Blue.
No, all four. Do all
Out
four.
of all four. Admittedly, I really did like the James Boat thought of trying to outmaneuver, but of course that can only work if your enemy's really, really eager to get you. And unfortunately,
Yeah,
Royal
and
Blue made the smart decision just to stay around the spawn box.
yeah, it was a smart move. I appreciate James Boat out of sportsmanship coming back and not just sailing off and also being quite good with sportsmanship. All the semi-finals have had really good sportsmanship. You can't see it in the group chats. It's all very friendly and wholesome. So that's really appreciated. And James Boat, their fight, even as they were demastered and stuck, they were all upping to the end and really came close to a comeback, which would have really been probably the most dramatic comeback we've seen in the battle,
Absolutely.
in the whole tournament.
I think it's always this part that, at least back when I used to be a big commander, it's you always fight it till the end because they almost did have it. It was honestly just a chance of one more cannon round, and it could have been game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jules, thanks for talking, mate.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
I'm gonna go drink.
Okay. What are you going to drink, Jules? What are you going to drink?
I have a frozen vodka in the fridge.
Oh, Lord. Oh, it's just what, straight vodka?
I am a student. I have nothing else. And the shop
Yeah,
has
I mean, you're a
closed up.
student. You're not homeless.
Yeah, well,
Did they not have mixes in Denmark?
it tastes like piss.
Bro, you need to try Squadka, mate. Get some squash, water,
Not again.
vodka. That's
I
the...
did that
know
once
that
and it was
shit,
terrible.
but
I
again-
didn't want to, it was terrible.
I can't justify my greedy little mind to buy soda. Even though it's
Anyway.
fun.
It's been nice talking, Jules. We'll have to catch up. I
Yes.
want to get 6-2 in this GC, so I will see you later.
Bye bye.
I again apologize for our viewers, for Jules. He will be definitely fined for his language there.
£60 million fine.
I guess he
Ofcom
didn't
will be
really
fining
care.
him.
I'm just bringing 6-2.
Ah, that
Good
was unlucky.
evening.
That was so unlucky. Comet, our
That is-
resident carpenter. He was solo in the Orlov this entire battle, bro. And the moment
That is
you
so
were
unlucky.
about to say he left, bro, he was like, bro, I have to leave. I said, okay, bro, stay for 2 minutes. We're about to fucking win. Please stay. And then he just left.
It's so
Ah.
unlucky because if he would have stayed, we reckon you would have won.
That
Um,
dude was fucking solo carpentering the entire fucking battle. He was cooking in the Orlov, bro.
it's so
I
unlucky.
don't even
I mean,
care that I lost. I drew with Finley, who is like 4 fucking ranks above me. I call that a win.
that's true. That's true. We were commenting on that. I mean, your crew was great. Don't get me wrong, but we were noting that your crew was significantly less experienced and senior than the RBYC crew, which had like an admiral, 2 lieutenants, a junior post captain, and a
I will
secretariat.
call that a fucking win, bro. The thing is, all my crew, I picked them not because of their gunnery or sailing skill. I picked them because they were really good at undercrewing ships.
That's a good reason to pick a crew in this scenario.
Like that is the crew I bring for fucking capturing ships in open world, bro. Good ass crew.
That's good to hear. It is a shame you got demastered. I don't know if that was their
No,
plan.
DMAS helped. I'm not gonna lie, the DMAS helped our side swap.
Interesting. What was your thought process then when you got demastered? Was that
Uh,
fine?
It was just instant. Because yeah, it was fine. Because if it was a forward, if our 4 went down, it would have been a problem. But it was our mizzen that went down, and because the mizzen went down, we were about 0% starboard and 20% port side. So we were gonna go for the side swap. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. We were gonna go for the side swap anyway. So because the 4 went down, we just got to increase turn rate. So we just got the side swap better. Like it wasn't an issue, and any shots we did hit on us was bow tanked or carpentry by like 6 people.
Interesting.
So honestly, it did help us in the long run.
I did not expect that. Indo, Imunos, and Intel. Do you have any questions for 6-2?
Yeah, I mean, the strategy that you chose to just run away was quite interesting. What were your thoughts
Yeah.
behind that?
So it's like a month ago, like back when you guys first announced the tournament, me and OJ were thinking of some ways where we could cheese the other team. So we were like, okay, battle server, it all happens in one location, including siege maps. So why don't we just sail to a siege map, use the fort on the siege map, so St. Nicholas or San Salvador, and just stay in the harbor, make sure they can't hit us, so they're forced to actually approach us if they want to finish this quickly. So we were thinking of doing that strategy, and I initially asked Dylan, hey, do you have any similar rules that might be similar to that, like any rules basically? He said no. So our entire team was thinking that this would be fine to pull off. So because we lost the first round and they were doing a gunnery battle, I was thinking, okay, they're gonna be pulling another French opening because for some reason they just like that now. So why don't we run away and try to go to fort? Because the thing with my crew, as I said, our crew is not that experienced at gunnery battles. So at all costs, the entire tournament, we've been trying to avoid doing a gunnery battle the entire time.
Yes.
Our crew is a lot more experienced at maneuver battles, especially with me and OJ. So the thing we did was we tried to force a maneuver battle because by running away, it not only I guess secures us a fort opportunity, but the moment Dylan says no, we knew that like Finley was going to go for a French opening. So the moment he did go for that, we tried going downwind to try and force him into a maneuver fight, which was what we were good at. But the initial plan for actually running to the fort was just, camp.
Yeah, and obviously it was unfortunate that I said no. Sorry about that. Probably should have clarified. I didn't really clock that anyone would go use the forts. And obviously I was aware that Finny just wasn't following you, so the battle just wouldn't have happened and nothing would have happened for like an hour. So I appreciate you turning back around and fighting. Obviously the French opening situation was tricky. It doesn't make for the most exciting battles, but at the end of the day, it was a pure gunnery battle, and it was unfortunate that your carpenter despawned.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He had an emergency situation. I don't blame him at all. I just blame the timing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
Who
we
will
had-
you
we
be
had a
rooting for in
sub.
the final?
I'll probably be rooting for Spain, honestly. Like, they've been doing pretty well recently. It's a shame that both
And-
French teams have dropped out of a tournament, though, since it would have been so nice to have a French team in the finals.
To be fair, I was
Yeah, both-
expecting more
both-
French teams in the
Both were eliminated
competitions.
by RBYC.
Oh
That's,
yeah.
sad
I
times.
gue-
Sad times.
I guess-
I'd say we did a better. I'd say we did like a good job against Finley there.
You
You
definitely
did. Against that team, very strong team. So there's no shame in losing to them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go on to win. Just because
No,
of
neither
just
would I.
the amount of stacked players and experience they have. And it only leaves the final, Sons of Hercules versus Royal Blue Yacht Club, which I think will be exciting. So you're rooting for Sons of Hercules, but who do you think will win? Do you think they're going to win?
I honestly think both teams really enjoy the French Open because Blue I saw against Anvers in the first round, LeBron's. They kept on trying to go for a maneuver fight, but the moment they saw like I guess how good the French opening was, they decided okay, we're just gonna pull this off now. And I guess the same with Spain because I've seen every single one of their battles. Every single time they have gone for a French opening. So what I'm gonna predict against Spain and Finley. Spain and RBYC, it's just going to be a pure gunnery battle. Both sides are going to attempt to go for a French opening. I don't know how good their side swaps will be, but it just all depends on gunnery on the finals because none of the teams, I don't think, are especially good at close range combat. They just want to utilize their gunnery and their crew skill to their advantage. And both teams know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
And 54 has said to us that he actually dislikes the so-called French opening, but he had to do it because he was afraid that the evil Marines, as their name suggests, would board. So he tried to keep distance.
but the thing is with Spain, if they just keep on going, like if they ignore the French opening and keep on going, they're just gonna start off at a huge disadvantage at the start. So
Yeah,
it's not gonna go well.
obviously.
If one side goes for French opening, you're forced to go for it, unless you want to turn downwind.
Absolutely right. Although turning downwind is an option. I don't see many
is
people
an
do it, but
Option in this tournament especially, it isn't a bad option because if we're using the context of unites and endymion fights, if you turn downwind, you're instantly losing 10-20% sides on both the port and starboard. But here, because side swaps are so quick in Ontario's and the fire rate is relatively low, you're only really losing about 5 or 10% value on your sides. And if you wanted to, I guess, force a better situation for you in the long run, I think turning downwind actually has like a few good merits going for it.
Oh my.
I actually agree. I used to do that back when I used to command back many generations ago, when I was Admiral of Blue. I used to actually enjoy turning downwind because if I backed myself to outsail someone, turning downwind forces it into a sailing battle rather than just a pure gunnery battle.
Yeah.
So definitely an option. Is there anything you would do differently if you were doing it again? That
First round, I'm not even gonna lie, I would have just taken the Weber gauge hit and gone downwind completely the moment they did a French opening.
Yeah. Well, it's been lovely talking, and I really appreciate your involvement in the tournament.
I also want to comment, Windward update supposedly in 15. I don't know how true that is, but hopefully we'll see something.
Yeah, we have briefly discussed that during this video. The potential options relating to an update. Anyone that wasn't aware, Sal has taken over Windward basically. And so they're talking about new community movements, new siege movements, fort raids, etc. It's all tentative, so we'll have to see what happens. Very exciting stuff if it does happen. If there is an update, I'm saying it here, and it's always been the same case. If there is an update, regattas will come back, so that'll also be something to look forward to. So we'll keep everyone informed, and for the time being, we have a final to look forward to. So 6-2. Thanks for participating, mate. Bad luck on the loss, but you did good.
It's okay. Thank you for hosting the tournament. Like, me and my crew got a bunch of experience from it. It was quite fun for everyone involved. So yeah, thank you for hosting the tournament. Pretty fun. It's good fights.
Much. Have a good evening.
Yep, have a good evening to you as well.
Okay, that was very, very pleasant. So What are we thinking? Our predictions for the final off before we wrap up. The final is going to be next weekend, most likely, and it will be Sons of Hercules, the Spanish team under N54, versus Royal Blue Yacht Club, which is very close to us, obviously, led by Finley, the Blue Squadron team. What are we thinking there?
After watching these two semifinals, to me, Royal Blue Yacht Club is the favorite since they've won decisively in 2 rounds compared to the Sounds of Hercules, which they managed it in 3 rounds. And I mean the sheer quality of the crew that Royal Blue Yacht Club has is insane. Like they're versatile, they're very experienced. All of them have been in the genre for I think all of them have been there for over a year now. And they can just do anything on any position. So even if someone is not available to do something, they can just immediately just hop there and do the job. It's not like they
And I think Royal
It's not
Blue
like they
Yacht
need-
Club, on average, have probably had the harder route. They beat Slop in the first round. Admittedly, that was pretty comfortable
the-
for them. But then Lesbron, they beat Lesbron in the quarters. That was not an easy fight. That was probably, one of the tougher matchups. And then they've beaten James Boat, who are also really tough. So that's a really tough set of battles. Meanwhile, Sons of Hercules, beating Evil Marines was tough, obviously. Autism Avengers was good, but that was quite a junior crew from Blue Squadron. And they beat the Sellers of Feral, who are also quite junior. So I think Royal Blue Yacht Club have had the harder route to the final. They are the top seed as well in the whole tournament. So it would suggest they would have a little bit of an edge. Intel, what are you thinking, mate?
That's it, especially when we're looking at what today's look like. And if it does devolve into a gunnery battle, I think Royal Blue may have it. It's really going to boil down to that gunnery, though, I think, and how well each crew trains in order to, we could see more demasting happening. It could become an intentional thing next time. Because I
That would
don't
be
think any of
interesting.
the demastings at the minute has been intentional. It's all been a consequence of slightly poor gunnery.
No, I need to fix you up on that. It's not because of poor gunnery, but you can actually demast someone through the OLOP. So if you hit the OLOP where the mast is, you can demast them like that. So it doesn't. None of their shots were
That would
actually
explain
focusing
it.
on the mast.
And of
That would
course,
explain a
if you've got
lot
a weak
because
side,
yeah, and also the powder barrels are by the mast. So both sides we saw a demasting on both battles, which makes sense because both teams were aiming for the powder barrels. So it makes a lot of sense.
It indeed does. To me, I think you mentioned that the James Botta had, they had a easier, route to the final. But to me, you said like Autism Avengers. I think their name is had, their junior. But to me, they were the dark horse of this competition, since their commander is slightly not really unknown in the community, but he doesn't have as much experience in commanding as the others. But I think in commanding like these small types of ships, he's really good. When he was in Blue Squadron, he used to be quite good in that. So they were my dark horse because even their crew is pretty decent. So I thought I would be making it a bit further, but when they were coming against such a hard opponent as a James Bote, then I mean there is not much they can do there.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
what
It's true. And it was tight. It was really tight. To be fair to Finley, he was he's the first seed. He's beaten some really tough matches. I think he deserves the credit of going into it as the favorite in the final. I wasn't fully confident in N54's decision making all the time. Maybe that's me being a little bit over judgmental, but some of the delayed turns and I don't know, some of these sometimes they would float out of bear. Sometimes I think if they want to win in the final, they need to cut down on those ever so slight micro adjustments that put them out of bear, the slight delays, the slight errors because when you're fighting a team like Royal Blue Yacht Club, you gotta have it pretty much perfect. It's gonna be interesting to see. They are the first seed versus the third seed, so I will say my judgment was pretty good on the seedings. And so far, I'm just happy that it's been a big success. Do you have anything else to add from anyone?
Ooh,
I
I
think
don't
we've seen-
think.
We've definitely seen a large range of skill here, but they've definitely all teams today have proven themselves to be in the semi-finals. You know,
Finley
there
says
was
he
no-
wants to add something, actually. Should we get Finley in?
We'll bring him in very quickly, I think.
Yeah, very
Fine
briefly.
by me.
He says he wants to add something. What though? I don't really want to hang around for too long because I am hung over as hell and tired. And I'm tired. But he did win, so he deserves the credit. He deserves the opportunity to say a few words. No. Okay, he's not doing it. Okay, fine. That's fair. Well, thank you both of you for joining me this evening. I really appreciate your company, and we watched some great fights. And I want to say thanks to everyone that participated in the semi-finals and everyone that's been involved so far, and anyone that watched the video as well. It's been a pleasure to be so involved in the community again. Hopefully the final will be coming up next weekend, perhaps. And obviously for those interested in their WC events, we have the Battle of Trafalgar event coming up and then potentially future regattas. So stay tuned to this channel and stay tuned to the Discord server, which can be found in the Windward Diplomacy channel. Okay. Have a lovely evening, guys, and thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.